and a candle. And in lots of parts of Greece, the old women, the grandmothers, they go every day, they light the candle at the shrine. And quite often if somebody was involved in a car accident, they put up a shrine on the spot where he was killed. Obviously, the guy was killed in the car accident or a motorbike accident, and you'll see these shrines scattered at different points along the side of the road. In Greece, they don't celebrate birthdays, they celebrate name days. And to be baptized in the Greek Orthodox Church, because you have to be baptized in the Greek Orthodox Church, otherwise you can't go to school. Sounds a bit... Anyway, you have to have the name of the saint. So they celebrate name days now. Of course, Christopher, or Christos is in Greek. They have their name day on the 25th of December. George, they have their name day on the 23rd of April. And the patron saint of Greece is Andrew, or Andreas, and they celebrate, people with the name of Andrew celebrate their name day on the 30th of November. People have got the ancient names like Agamemnon, Achilleus, Socrates, Sophocles, Pericles. They don't have name days. But what they do is, I think it's right about the month of April, they have a name day for all these people who have got ancient names. It's right about the end of April. Over on the left-hand side you can see the olive grove, green that you can see, and there's about 3 million olive trees, and they're owned by the people who live in Rakova, Delphi, Dervadia, all the villages in this area.
In the town of Delphi, and there are some beautiful views from the area where the hotels and restaurants are located. This is a view of the Aegean Sea, and there is a very small port located just down here at the Aegean Sea. The town is very small and consists of two main streets. One street goes in one direction and is a one-way, and the other street coming back and a one-way. You can see where the cars are. That's the first street going in one direction, and the other street is just up above that building. The actual site of Delphi is quite large. There are no video cameras or other cameras allowed. Therefore, I decided to stay out of the site and just film from the road and from the area next to the site whatever I could film. There are lots of excavations around this area which are not yet completed. Right next to the road there is a rather large drop, a rather long drop, which has no protection at all, and the buses and cars seem to pull up right next to that. So when you're getting out you have to be very, very careful that first step, because it could be a doozy. This is the actual site of the Oracle of Delphi. Now located here of course is the Oracle itself, and also large temples. The way it used to work was great politicians and generals, etc., used to come here to consult the oracle. Now, the oracle was never wrong, because everything the oracle said could be taken to have two meanings. Most of the time, the people that came here would go to the priests, which would be at the temple, and the priests would interpret what the oracle had told them. The oracle had women who would sing out the messages. Now, once the priests had interpreted what the oracle said, or the people that came here interpreted for themselves, they would go back home again. Because Athens is quite a distance away from here, especially on horse or walking, the people would have places to stay here overnight, which is one reason why the site is so large, because there would have to be places for people to stay, places for entertainment, etc., besides the oracle, which is of course the most important. You can see that the site is still being excavated. This is just taken with the zoom lens from the roadside just outside the fence. Walkway that has been built almost all the way around the site. And there you can see some people climbing through the site. Some of it is climbing, some of it is walking. So this is the Oracle at Delphi. On the same day that we found out that the cruise that we had booked, the 4-day cruise to the islands of Greece, was overbooked, and some of us have been asked to opt for a 7-day cruise, which would also stop at Israel, Egypt, and Turkey. Because this cruise is more expensive and a better cruise, really, 16 of us decided that we would opt for going on this cruise. There was going to be a lottery this night to decide which person or which persons would be allowed to go on this 7-day cruise. Amazingly, everyone who signed up was allowed to go. Apparently this happens very often, because when I asked the tour guide what if we'd all said no, she said they never do. Actually, some people on the cruise ship, there was one couple who was told that they had won a prize of a longer cruise. So still at the Oracle of Delphi, you can see that there are still a great many ruins and still a lot of excavation to be done. This is about a 2.5-hour ride by bus from Athens. again, the noises that you would hear on the actual tape here would be car noises and truck noises and bus noises as they speed by on the road. So I think music would be a good accompaniment to this area. The music you hear is bouzouki music. There's the road now, and again the cliff right next to it, without any protection at all. One of the shrines that the tour guide was talking about. Obviously something has happened here and a person has died, and therefore a little shrine has been put here in remembrance of that person. It could be with the person's saint or the person's actual name or a picture of the person. And you notice here there is a picture of Christ hanging on a cross. There are also many signs around here. Watch out for falling rocks. Most of them are written in French, and it does happen here quite a bit. There's a very close-up of the shrine, trying to get a look at the pictures. And as you can see, the candle is burning. This is right next to the site of Delphi, and this section is not fenced in, and so is open for videotaping. Large. And there's the sign. Picnicking is forbidding, and watch out for falling rocks, and you're also not allowed to wash yourself in the streams there. I don't know why. See the many olive trees. Most of those are probably belong to the town of Delphi. Again, one of the ancient sites has yet to be excavated. they say watch out for fallen rocks, that's exactly what they mean. You can see a lot of rocks on the ground here, and there is finally the sign that says Danger chute de pierre, danger falling rocks. Foundation of what could have been one of the guest houses, etc., around Delphi. And here is one way to keep the rocks from falling. It's trying to hold them together with some old timber. I don't know how successful this method is. And here we are along the road where we had to stop on our way back to Athens. And here I found another one of the little shrines sitting beside the road. This one being a bit more authentic, I think, than the last one at Delphi. Basically because this is beside the road. Probably here there has been an accident and someone has been killed. Again, trying to get as close into the shrine as possible to have a look at what is inside and to capture it on tape.